too cold to get into this any deeper right now. It was 9 this morning. It's 35 right now. And believe it or not, it cranked right up. And then I walked around it as it was running. I was just gonna let it run, and I noticed oil blowing everywhere. And I'm thinking it's coming out of here. Yeah, I'm not thinking anymore. I'm sure it is. Why would it blow oil out of the cap when it's really cold? Unless it was frozen in there somehow and not circulating. Maybe that was another lesson learned. So I'm not going to try and crank it again until it warms up. I just don't understand that. I do know, oh man, it's freezing, that during World War I and maybe it was II, because I don't know the months, but they both lasted a couple of years. They would actually build fires below some of the trucks and equipment to heat them up so they would even crank. But yeah, it cranked. It's leaking again out of the petcock thing. Isn't that what that's called? And the little bowl, even though I snugged it up. So I'm gonna have to I'm just waiting on it to warm up, because I've done everything we've done so far with this beauty in the freezing cold. And it's, like I said, it's still leaking out of there, and it's leaking right here. Somebody has left our first mean comment, I noticed. I'm okay with that though. But mean is okay as long as it comes right back with a solution. That's what I'm looking for. So when it warms up, we'll jump back on this and figure out what's going on. There's some proof it's still cold out here. It's freezing. I joined a Oliver forum. This is a few minutes later, by the way, in case you're curious. I hadn't still been just standing here. And they said it's blow by. Somebody already responded. But it didn't do that at all in the hour or two we messed around with it with the previous video. So I don't know. These guys seem to know what they're talking about. What do y'all think? So the sediment bowl definitely needs to be cleaned. I do notice there is 0 fuel filter. I don't know why it didn't occur to me. Somebody said make sure you're using the right fuel filter. So now I'm going to get whatever should go right there. And I know you can't use Teflon tape, so I'm going to get the right stuff to seal that. I guess you just take it off there and let all the gas drain out, and which is what I do and will do. Then we will pull the carburetor off, make sure the float is good, set right, with no broken seal. And none of this is going to matter if it has no, if it really has blow by, bad blow by. Bad blow by, the 3 B's. I just realized that's 3 B's in a row. I was hoping all I'd have to do is clean her up. Oh, it's so cold out here. Then we get done and change all this rigged up stuff and hopefully get her feeling better. She's got a cold. Sometimes I just stand and look at it and I think, did I make a serious error? But I don't think so. I got up to about 45 degrees and I came back and just turned the gas on and pushed the button once and it cranked back up. Which is wonderful, and it's not spewing anymore. But I did crank it last time and revved it up when it was cold. Not a good idea, and it blew all the oil out. Just wanted to run smoother. try it again. It is about 42 degrees maybe. It says it's 37, but it doesn't feel that cold. This is another day. Another day. I want to see if my theory is correct. Turn the gas on. Oh good, it's still leaking. That's good. I haven't taken that apart yet to fix it. That's good enough. And then I went to the next thing was, this thing is so strong, I'll give it 2 pumps. Dude, that's not doing anything because it's not on, so therefore it's not sucking anything in there. Yeah, I thought so too. I turn that back because I don't want to blow oil. Put that right there to get the gasoline off my finger. I don't have COVID. I don't have the flu, but I've got something special. I just don't know what it is. I just realized I left the battery hooked up too. Got to give her a little boost. Even this rod is brass. That's a quality piece of equipment right there. I want to be able to take this on. What was that extra odd noise? Unless it's something. There's the actual drive shaft come out of there. I got 102 fever, 101.7. It was 102 yesterday morning. It was about the same this morning, but just thought I'd come out here and play with this. So I got a new hat that I ordered, the impulse buy off of Amazon, and it's pretty junky, but it's okay. If I said Amazon, I meant Facebook. It's one of those little Facebook pop-up ads. No, just it's an impulse buy. This thing is a ready to be worked on. I've got my fuel filter. My concern is there's not much line left in there to put it between the sediment tank and the bowl, but we'll make it work. This is for gasoil. That's what I'm going to use to get it there, but now I've got to get it to crank to get it into my barn to begin the process. To do that, you need a seat, a really good seat that stays together strong. It's a little in the middle, but it's got much back. I did a little bit of cleanup to get some of the oil blown away. There was no, that's a toolbox back there. There was no antifreeze in this thing. It is a simple 4-cylinder Hurricane engine, if I'm not mistaken, which is the same thing that was in the Jeeps. The same Jeep that I had before, which I bought another one. So this is my third one. Still doesn't mean I know how to work on them, because I don't. Stuff hanging off of it, yeah, I can work on. But that's called a part replacer, right? That's for you old school guys to make fun of people like us, but that's okay. That's how I learned. It's about old men making fun of me. But anyway, it's got antifreeze in it. It circulates fine, which means the thermostat's opening and closing as it should. We're gonna put this back on here because you need this, because negative makes things positive. That's what they say, right? If you get that on there where it goes out poking a hole in my finger. So now, this is cold start on day whatever it is that I've owned this thing. It's like day 7 maybe. Still leaking out the, gosh, I brought gloves out for this. I still haven't put them on. But I'm gonna turn the gas on with this rag. I'm so tired of smelling gas. I'm on day 6 of having COVID for the 4th time. But so far I'm gonna pull through. I know the choke doesn't do anything, but this always makes it feel good when I do that 3 times, and then it gets stuck. And I come back over here. I'm gonna leave the throttle on just what it is. Unbelievable. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit before I get any more fuel. So this is working. Oil pressure's working, amps is still stuck on what it's always stuck on. Gear number 1. You gotta go in slow motion, or you would never take care of your yard. I do feel like a big tough dude owning my own bulldozer. Smoking pretty bad. I think I need to back it in. Minimal damage to the yard, but she is a beast of a bulldozer. So if you need a zinger light, there's one for sale. It's not mine. It is my pa-in-law's. I can't believe it cranked up so well, can y'all? But I want it to stop spitting and sputtering. I want it to purr like a fresh baby kitten on Christmas morning. I also want to figure out a way to not have to get off and push that to make the engine turn off. I don't like getting off of it when it's running. got to be a way to put a switch. I mean, I know there is, but I'm open for your advice. And then we're going to get into, once it runs good, I'm going to use it, and while I'm using it, I'm going to paint it. Yellow is good, but I don't know what color I want it. I don't know if I wanted a desert tan, maybe navy, haze gray and underway, maybe army green. I don't know. I need some bolts replaced right there to hold that back up, because when you use the hydraulics to raise and lower the blade, it hits right here. I know you can't see real well anymore because we're inside, so I'll get some better lights for the future. It's really tempting to get out and just route around and go back across the creek and start pushing stuff again without doing work, but I'm not going to, because if I get back over there and it doesn't start back, then how do you get a bulldozer back home that doesn't run? I guess you could simply put it in neutral and drag it down the road, but I don't want to do that. So I think this is going to wrap up video number 2 for this, even though it may be short. And now we're going to see if that Ford Ranger has a mass airflow sensor, because that's the second most important thing in life right now. Thanks for watching my videos.